I just gave away all 180 of my books. What's up guys, it's Felix from Giant Lifestyle, and as you can see right here, this is actually a 4-level bookshelf and there are no more books on it. All the books that I have left probably totals around 20, and these are the collection of my most favorite books. Now I want to share with you guys why I just gave away all of my books. And at the end of last year, or in the middle of last year, I made a video saying why I do not read books anymore. In fact, I used to be very big into reading books. I used to read a lot of books, maybe even 1 to 2 a week, and sometimes even 1 to 2 a day. Now you're probably wondering, Felix, how did you read 1 to 2 a day? You might have heard of Tai Lopez, the guy who is infamous for having Lamborghinis and reading tons of books. And I want to share with you how he actually read so many books. Was he going word for word with a fine point pen, reading every single word? What was the secret to him doing it? Well, the secret that he was doing was the same thing that I was doing to be able to read so many books. Now I want to just quickly show over here the books that I still have left. Some of them include, The 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Becker. Another one is How to Get Control of Your Time and Your Life by Alan Lakeen. Another one is Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. And the last one is by far my favorite book of all time. The book that changed my life is Rich Dad Poor Dad: What the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money That the Poor and Middle Class Do Not. So real quick, before I get into this book and the other books and to why I actually gave these books away, I want to share quickly about how to speed read in case any of you guys are actually interested in it. So the mindset behind speed reading is that every book has one golden ticket in it. Every single book has one piece of information that could change your life. And it's not about reading every single word. It's literally about learning how to read an entire page with your eyes and picking out words. And once you see a word or a sentence that interests you, you go behind that sentence and you go in front of that sentence and you see what it says. And if it's a good piece of information, you pull it out and you implement it into your life. You literally go through the whole book. Sometimes you'll read some stories. For example, as you can see, like right here, this book has like little off quotes. I'll always read those. I'll look at the charts, but I won't be going through every single story in the book to read it. I'll literally read, the front, the back, about the author, the front, this part, but don't go through the whole book. Your whole goal is to find one piece of information per book and implement it into your life and then go to the next book. That is how people speed read tons and tons of books. Now back to why I'm getting rid of all my books. I had one full bookshelf. I had 2 big crates full of books, totaling almost 200 books, and now I'm only probably saving 15 to 20, and I might even get rid of those, but I'll never get rid of these. So why do I give these away? Well, in all honesty, I kind of moved past the stage of reading books. Now I still educate myself, but I educate myself in the field because there's a lot of things that you can't learn in these books. These are going to teach you about 25 principles that are in almost every book, but I don't think they're bad to read. The way that I pick up my education now is learning from mentors in the field. For example, I'm heavily invested into real estate now, and I learned from mentors as far as lot sizes, code, permits, things like that I don't know about real estate that are much easier to learn in the field than it would be from books. Now, like I said, I think it's important to train your mind and, become mentally equipped for entrepreneurship, but don't obsess. If you become obsessed with reading books, you could really screw yourself when you should really be obsessed with making money, because the thing that's going to keep your business alive is cash flow. The rent man, the tax collector, nobody cares about any book. They simply want their money. And over the last 18 months to 24 months, my main priority was building my business, upping my monthly revenue, and producing more cash flow inside of my business. So who did I give these books away to? Well, the remaining 25 or so that I have right here will be going to some of my clients from my Flipping Medical Commodity University program, where I show people how to build a flipping medical commodity business. But about 170 of them actually went to my client, aka business partner Nanya, who I also showed how to build a flipping medical commodity business, and he said he also wanted to build another stream of income where he was reselling books. Now, I don't know anything about that business model, but I figured that instead of them just sitting here collecting dust, I could pay it forward and give these books to him, and we could do a little bit of a revenue split. So he's going to take these books and somehow resell them on Amazon or eBay, and we're going to make some money. So instead of these just sitting here collecting dust, I took out a few of them that, you know, really meant a lot to me and changed my life. 2, gave them to him so he could make money, and 3, put these back in circulation for people who really need them, because in all honesty, they changed my life. In fact, the most life-changing book of all time in my life, and I would not be here if it wasn't for this book, is this book right here, Rich Dad Poor Dad: What the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money That the Poor and Middle Class Do Not. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for this book, I would literally not be here today. In fact, the way I learned out about this book was the day before I was about to leave for college, August 24th, 2013, I was at the beach surfing, and I met somebody who, while I was surfing, who basically exposed me to the light of entrepreneurship. And I think I'm going to reconnect with him this summer, which will be 6 years since I last spoke to him, because he woke me on entrepreneurship. He started telling me about entrepreneurship. I never even heard about the word entrepreneurship until I met him. He was a real cool dude, and he told me a lot of things about how he ran his own business, and I felt like he was sent from God. And he told me, if college doesn't go well, then pick up this book and read it. Now, I remember college started going like this, and I told my family that I wanted this book for Christmas. Now, when I got this book for Christmas, everyone was like, Felix, you don't read books. Well, I read the book, and I immediately dropped out of college and started pursuing real estate investing. Well, 6 years later, I have completely changed my life, my financial life, and my financial future, man. So this is a book I'm forever grateful for. I actually just read a note in here that says $5,000 month profit, and I think I wrote this on this card right here all the way in 2013 or 2014. And I'm gonna end this video on this note, which is a excerpt of this book that I read, that I actually circled probably 5 to 6 years ago, which is, once we leave school, most of us know that it's not so much a matter of college degrees or good grades that count. In the real world, outside of academics, something more than just grades is required. I've heard it called many things: guts, balls, audacity, bravado, cunning, daring, tenacity, and brilliance. This factor, whatever it is labeled, ultimately decides one's future much more than school grades do. Literally, I had a 1.3 GPA in high school, which is awful, but look at where I'm at today, man. Completely turned my life around, all to the thanks of this book. But now those books can be in way better hands than mine, and hopefully the next person that reads them can totally change their life. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to put a like on it, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.